Daniel with Behringer with a quick video showing you how flexible the CRAVE can be. We all know the CRAVE as a semi-modular synth, but if you look beyond that and you look at its connectivity, you've got USB MIDI, physical MIDI in, MIDI out, CV and gate. So this video is just going to show you how you can interface the CRAVE between your DAW and your hardware in the studio. So stick with me. Let's see how we can use the CRAVE to interface between your software and your studio. First of all, we're going to want to connect our CRAVE via USB to our computer. So this is a USB Type B cable, and if we pop it in the back, there's no need to install drivers as it's a USB class compliant device. Once we've got the other end of the USB cable connected to our computer, the CRAVE's now going to show up as a generic USB MIDI device. And once we've got that connected, we open up Preferences, head to our MIDI section here, and just make sure that the input of the CRAVE, we've got track on, sync on, and remote off. And we also want to mirror those settings on the output section there, so you can see track on, sync on, and remote off. As soon as we got it set up like that, basically the CRAVE is going to double up as a USB to MIDI and even a USB to CV gate interface. So it's more than just a semi-modular synth right now. It's allowing us to take our MIDI data in our DAW, output it via the CRAVE through the physical MIDI out of the CRAVE or even the CV gate out to your hardware in the studio. Also, if you wanted to talk to another synth on a different MIDI channel, you can change the MIDI channel on the rear of the CRAVE using the dip switches. In this instance, I'm using Ableton Live, but you can achieve exactly the same results with any DAW that supports external MIDI devices. So what you're going to want to do is go to your MIDI preferences in your DAW and set up the CRAVE as a MIDI input and output device. Now that we've got the CRAVE set up with our DAW, let me show you how we can use it as a MIDI interface between your software and your hardware. First of all, I'm going to show you how we can output a MIDI track from Ableton and send that data to the CRAVE. So this is being sent over the USB MIDI. Secondly, we can take that exact same MIDI information and instead of sending it to the CRAVE to control its own internal sounds, we can use the physical MIDI out and hook that up to anything such as an external synth, a sound module that has MIDI in, and in this case I'm using the Model D. And finally, as everything being sent over USB MIDI is duplicated via the physical MIDI out and also the CV gate ports, this is going to allow us to send that exact same sequence to things like Eurorack modules and even vintage synths that have CV and gate. And there we have it, 3 separate ways on how you can interface the CRAVE between your hardware and your software in the studio. Drop a comment below, let us know what sort of content you'd like to see next. Give us a like, subscribe. I'm Dan from Behringer. Thanks for watching.